YouTube, welcome back to Game 26, my career. We lost our first game, so let's play the second game, against Utah.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy MP, and I'm coming to you live from the locker room before the very first game of my rookie revenge tour. We're going up against a so-called blue chipper from this year's draft, and I'm looking to show the world who's really him.
All right. You feel like you're putting pressure on yourself to perform, by talking so publicly about this?
Nah, not at all. These kids were in college swiping their meal plans and doing problem sets last year. I was in Europe playing against grown men, running professional sets, and working on my game 24/7. Tonight is when all of that work, that's gonna pay off. Stay tuned. MP out.
Hey, ready, MP. Over here.
Good luck out there, MP.
Let's head to my second game.
Well, it is a special night for this young man, the home debut of MP. You know he's ready to show this fan base what he can do. A good Friday night to you sports fans. You've come to the right place. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Here with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Walker Kessler is out there with Jackson. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. Then there's Bailey. And it's George in at the point. And for the Kings, outside on the perimeter, LaVine and DeRozan. Here we go. Murray and Sabonis make up the inside pair. And it's Westbrook in at the one spot. And DB, at this early part of the season, what's most important for the head coaches?
What's fascinating to me, Kevin, when you listen to coaches talk is whether you're a championship coach or a first-year coach, one of the biggest things you have to do is figure out your rotations.
Just 4 to shoot. Fades back. DeRozan gets the bucket.
Yeah, one of the great mid.
He's checked in for LaVine.
We got the guy Jordan next.
Jazz leading by 4. And one thing to note, MP has vocalized his desire to be the top rookie in this class. He wants to outdo his peers every time he's on the floor.
And I love that MP is walking into this league with his sights set high. But guess what? He's got his work cut out for him. When you look at the names in this rookie class, now we get to enjoy watching him chase his dreams here in the NBA. Good luck to MP on the journey.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Hey, Kevin. Domantas Sabonis is driven. He said, quote, "There's no calm time with me. There's a lot to work on to help my teammates and win games. That desperation to stay here in the NBA because I love it and try to get better, I'm always thinking about it, and I don't think that's going to change." Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Here's Murray after the basket by Utah. Westbrook finds MP. Utah with the rebound. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
One of the things that you know when you miss free throws is you're giving the team opposite you all the momentum. You're failing to capitalize on their mistakes.
And Sacramento has possession after the basket by Utah.
Boy, strong denial by Kessler at the rim. The 7-footer having none of it.
Here's MP. The offensive rebound.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Kessler with it. Defended by Sabonis. Westbrook with the steal. And here we go. Murray heading to the hoop. And the dunk by MP.
Oh, man, I love to see that. MP elevating.
The Kings come into this one following a loss to Phoenix.
Live by the three, die by the three. If you're perimeter dependent, you don't really know game to game how it's going to go.
I think when you shoot as poorly as they did from deep in that basketball game, it's not going to go your way very often. The three ball too critical in today's NBA.
And so it's Utah with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the...
Down by 6.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Utah Jazz.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. You've got Jusuf Nurkic. Lauri Markkanen is out there with Williams. Then it's Collier. And it's Sensabaugh in at the two-guard spot. MP making his way into the NBA now, but his journey has taken him to Europe, where he spent a season playing for Paris FC.
I don't know too much about his time there, but I know that Paris FC is well known for how they develop players. MP seemingly made a huge leap in his skill set and approach, and that's what has led him here to the NBA. And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And Doug Christie wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. At this break in the action, we can show you the teams that had the most rebounds last season. 5th, the Jazz.
Well, they made a huge commitment to rebounding last year, and it showed in the numbers. They were spectacular.
Oh, that's
Again,
not what I
by the
meant to
Kings.
do.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Markkanen a screen on MP. Markkanen, good. Markkanen's got 7 points.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
So, Greg, in the offseason, the Kings made it a priority to address their need at point guard.
I mean, they had multiple combo guards on the roster, but lacked a true lead guard. And they realized they needed someone who could run the offense, hoping Dennis Schroeder can fill that role.
And for a report on MP, let's send it over to Allie.
Thank you. Well, we've seen glimpses of greatness from this year's rookie class, and tonight we have a couple of interesting rookies going head-to-head. I asked MP about the matchup. He said his goal is to become the best of his entire group. He's taking that on as a very personal challenge. Guys, you have to like that determination.
He is as competitive as they come. That was a terrific report. Thank you. And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Sabonis, he's checked in for the Kings. Murray comes in for DeAndre Hunter. Pass to Bailey. Beyond the arc, sinks the triple. Bailey's got the lead up to 13 now for Utah.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
And here's Sabonis. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line. He's got his first chance at the line here. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Thanks. Well, this new three-point era started with Stephen Curry, and it's really in the last decade that we're seeing the long-distance game extend to the center position. You look at the list of recent champions, it seems it's also not a luxury, but a necessity to have a paint presence who can also stretch the floor from deep.
Yeah, certainly a nightmare to contain. All right, chums, we appreciate the report. Here's MP, and MP throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Picked off in midair.
Oh, back off pass.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. Sabonis with the steal. On the wing, Levine. MP sets the screen for Levine. Back to MP. MP finds a gap. Oh, he misses the dunk. Jazz leading by 12. Pass to Bailey. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. There's always a need for shot makers in the NBA, GA, and that's what Ace Bailey brings to the floor.
Well, Bailey has a smooth jumper with a high release point that allows him to shoot over just about any defender. And when you pair that with his physical tools, his upside is through the roof.
The Kings making a switch here. Hunter's checked in.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Zach LaVine wants to score it, and if you play with contact, he has no problem embracing that.
The Kings have started out 0 of 1 from the line, missing their only other attempt earlier.
Boy, when you watch this guy shoot free throws, you can see very repeatable motion, and that is what leads to this kind of consistency.
Kessler setting the pick for Bailey. And stolen by MP. Hunter finds Westbrook. Here's MP.
Oh,
Utah with the rebound. This game against Sacramento is the first time they've met this season. And finished off by Bailey.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And so it's Utah, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. Their defense has been very effective in locking down Russell Westbrook. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Look here now at Sacramento. Starting the season with a loss, you know they're ready to fight tonight. Don't want to start out 0-2.
And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the Jazz. That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it is. And the Kings making a change here. MP's checked in. Here's Jackson. 10 points for him. Kessler passes to George. Here's Bailey, guarded by Levine. Knocked loose. Sabonis with the steal. Stolen by Jackson. Outside on the perimeter, Levine and DeRozan. MP out there with Domantas Sabonis. And it's Westbrook in at the point guard position. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. And last season, the Utah Jazz DB finishing with the worst record in franchise history.
And that, Kevin, is a striking contrast from a period of time where the Jazz, one of the league's winningest teams. But you start to lose in the hopes that you can get high draft picks. But for all of that losing a season ago, they slide in the lottery, and patience is required yet again.
Now, Bailey. 17 points in the game. Sabonis grabs the board. MP, that's for 2. They get it again. DeRozan. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Well, DeMar DeRozan has a knack for putting the ball in the basket right there. Gets a rebound and puts it in.
Pass to Markkanen. There's 1:54 left in the third quarter. And Kessler throws it down.
Yeah, just catching your teammate in stride right there, that makes the game easy.
And here is MP. 8 points for him. Pass to Levine. The shot. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Now that's 17 points for Zach LaVine. Jazz leading by 10. Here's Bailey. Back to George. 1:14 left in the third. And the three off target. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the King. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. That'll be the latter half of this two-game homestand.
That's MP with some bad intentions on his way to the cup.
Pass to Markkanen. No good on the three. And for Sacramento, they're shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. DeRozan, a screen on Jackson. MP finds DeRozan into his mid-30s. The veteran DeMar DeRozan holding up well, Greg.
And such a consistent presence for his team. DeMar plays at his own speed, and he has mastered the art of the mid-range.
Hey, Greg, they dropped the interim tag for Doug Christie, as he's now the permanent head coach of the Kings.
Well, we'll have to see how permanent that is. The fifth head coach in the last 7 years. That seat is always hot in Sacramento.
And maybe more than any team in the West, GA, the Jazz, really committing to the rebuild.
Well, in the West, it seems like you got 13 or 14 teams all trying to win now, and it just doesn't work that way. So it's not just about talent. It's also about timing.
Another miss by Utah. The Kings trail by 8. MP outside. Hunter sets a screen for MP. And it's Hunter with the jam.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford.
And so it's Utah, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll return shortly. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Williams is out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then there's Jusuf Nurkic. Then it's Collier. And it's Sensabaugh in at the shooting guard position. Pass to Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
That's just about size right there. Big Nurk, get up and get down.
And the foul called on MP. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's only his first miscue of the night. He's been unbelievably steady so far.
Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
And Williams with the clear path to the hoop. Kicks it out to Markkanen. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. And the Jazz lead by 11. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Jazz?
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
Something else that they've had working for them is attacking the offensive glass. Boy, taking advantage and creating second chance points. Impressive.
Sabonis, he's checked in for Sacramento. Clock at 4. Monk for 3. And the rebound by Nurkic. Jazz leading by 11. Pass to Collier. Now Markkanen from 13, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be... LaVine up top. Here's MP. Taken away by Williams. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now Nurkic. does not hit. MP deciding where to go with it. And so it's Utah with the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
We knew rebounds would be a key factor in this matchup. You weren't able to control the glass as much as you would have liked. How do you turn that around?
Struggle doesn't mean it's time to jump ship. Struggle and growth feel exactly the same. Strange, new, not always comfortable, but always worth it, you know? The trust and teamwork that brought us together is what's going to get us through it. This is just a rough patch.
Words of wisdom. Thanks a lot, MP. Kevin, back to you.
Terrific stuff, Dominic. Thanks. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So, for Doris Burke, Greg Anthony.
All right. Going through the rough patch.